Hello, welcome to the first in a series I was going to call it Quickfire Reviews, but I'm not sure how long most of these reviews will go for. And, so I'm just going to call it multiple reviews at once. This is episode one where I talk about stuff I recently viewed or watched, or I list some stuff I just decided I wanted to review. Today I just got done reading, it's reverse, but this is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I was going to read Life, the Universe, and Everything by Douglas Adams, but instead I chose to read this because Restaurant at the End of the Universe, the ending wasn't really that great, in my opinion, and I didn't want to go into a huger hole than I felt when I was reading that book. Um, so I decided to read The Haunting of Hill House just because classic horror books, and I know an old guy I used to watch. I don't watch him anymore, but Edward Lorne. He hates this book, but then again, he hates every classic. He doesn't really appreciate any of the classics. But then also, Mr. Miles doesn't like this book very much. Said it was just kind of bland ghost story. So I'm like, I'm setting myself up for garbage, ain't I? And then I read the whole thing. I'm like, I'm shocked because this was actually pretty good. I was surprised. It's not like the perfect book ever, but it's a 4 out of 5. Like I was engaged in the book. I was going through these characters' stories. I really like the atmosphere of this house. I really like they don't really see the threat of the supernatural. You just kind of hear it, and it's more alluded to than anything. But and the ending is really something. But also I really like the history of the house they put in this book, and I really like the writing. I think it's great writing. I did really like The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, and I now I want to read her next book. I want to read her other book, the We Have Always Lived in the Castle. I want to read that book now because I heard it's pretty good, so I want to read that. I was also told to read The Turn of the Screw by Henry James. I think it is Henry James. It says in here. Yep, Henry James, Turn of the Screw. I want to read that sometime because that was adapted into The Haunting of Bly Manor by Mike Flanagan. I remember I watched the first couple episodes of Flanagan's Haunting of Hill House. I already know it's very different from this book, but I don't remember enjoying it that much, which is weird because I love Mike Flanagan, and that sucks that I wouldn't enjoy it as much. But yeah, and that would be my first little review thing. I'm also gonna write in here some games I've been playing. Ah, sheesh, sheesh. This ain't a review of that, but I do want to go over it. And there's another game I want to go over. I just can't remember what. I can't remember what I beat recently. I know I beat something else recently. I don't know. But anyways, Zack Snyder's Justice League I want to go over next because this movie is like a person I know said it's like Return of the King of superhero movies. I think this is probably the best DC EU movie I've seen so far, and I enjoy this a lot more than most of the Marvel movies, mainly because the story and the content matter will probably be around for a lot longer than most of those movies, because most of those movies repeat the same formula over and over again. It's not me hating on Marvel. I enjoy Marvel. I've read many Marvel comics, and I enjoy all those movies. Not all of them. There's some that stinkers. Ant-Man and the Wasp sucks. Spider-Man Far From Home. But Zack Snyder's Justice League 4 hours was paced really well, but it's sad that we'll never get to see that ending of that story arc, which sucks because that's some friggin' badass ending. I really enjoyed it. Next, I did watch Monster Hunter recently. I've never played any of the video games. I am familiar with Paul W.S. Anderson's other video game adaptations, Mortal Kombat, and Resident Evil. Oh, I made Resident Evil 1. I think it's 4, 5, 6. I don't think there was a seventh one. I don't think there was. Um, let's assume there wasn't. but he made every one of them pass from 1 and then past 4. He made all of them, all the live action ones with Mila Jovovich. But he also made what was it, Event Horizon and Three Musketeers, Soldier, Alien vs Predator. And also, I was expecting to hate it, but I really enjoyed it. I never played the game, and after googling up what the game is, it kind of gets the idea of the game down. It's just the only thing is they don't really have all the monsters in the movie, but it also sets up that there might be another movie with like the characters from the game. That's just stupid because that's why the reason why the Resident Evil movie sucked after part 1. Part 2. I really like part 2. Well, he didn't make part 2. But yeah, it's really enjoyable. I recently rewatched Jurassic Park, and it's a movie I didn't care for much when I was younger, and I like it a lot more now. I just don't think it's the greatest movie ever made, or Spielberg's best movie. I think Spielberg's best movie is arguably Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or The Last Crusade, or fucking Jaws. I think those are much better movies in my opinion. I think I even enjoy Ready Player One more than Jurassic Park. I know it's controversial, but I just don't know what it is. I like the ideas. I like the character. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. That's the thing. It's a good movie. I just don't think it's an amazing movie. That's the thing. Which sucks because like a lot of people hail it as the best movie ever made in the '90s. Even though it's Terminator 2 and The Matrix and Silence of the Lambs and Candyman, Titanic, all that stuff, like so much in the '90s. I also rewatched all of the Legendary Studios Monsterverse. I rewatched Godzilla 2014. It's alright. That's the best thing I could say about it. They just the human characters, not really. The one you really care about is the one that dies. The monster battles, when you actually see them, they're cool. Even then, most of them are either in the dark or they close the door before you even see the battle. I like the idea of showing you the destruction, like the aftermath of the destruction and the effects of that. But it's just kind of boring. That's the main problem with it. Then I rewatched Kong Skull Island, which is badass. That is a good movie. I think that is the best of the MonsterVerse so far. I know they're making the Kong show, so that might make me eat my words. But yeah, and then I think it's a really cool movie, Kong Skull Island. Godzilla King of the Monsters. Everyone hates it. I enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's the best Godzilla movie by any means, but it does feel like an early 2000s friggin' Millennium era Godzilla movie. It's like one of those like Final Wars or something like that, like one of those crazy ones from back then. Well, and because it has that very like that cinematic style that's kind of from those early 2000s Millennium series. The ones they put out after Roland Emmerich's piece of crap, which I'll review one day. That movie's... It's a piece of crap. I wouldn't say it's the worst movie ever made. I can watch it just fine. But it's a piece of crap. That's the thing. And then I watched... last night I watched Godzilla vs. Kong. And then today I wake up to Ahab and Goontek's review of Godzilla vs. Kong, and them saying it's the worst movie 2021 so far. Massive disagree. Like, this movie feels hella 80s, for one. It feels like... This feels like post Godzilla 85. I think it's Return of Godzilla, the actual name is. It feels like post... It feels like the... I like to call it. I think it's called the Reiwa series, the Reiwa. I think that's what it's called. That might be the new series by Toho. The Toho has the new 4 movies. Well, one of them live action, the other 3 are the anime ones. I haven't seen those yet. I haven't seen those yet. I don't plan on seeing them just yet. I do want to see them at some point, but just not just yet. The Godzilla vs. Kong, a lot of fun. The craziness. A lot of people are seeing a lot of people complaining about the craziness. This is a Godzilla movie. If you've seen one of these movies, you know there's some wacky shit. And some people are saying that, oh, the original King Kong vs. Godzilla is better. So you want to see Kong and just flying in balloons like this, coming in, and then falling down, them smashing a building, then punching each other in the face, then him getting dragged to Skull Island, Godzilla. And I like the ending. There's a plot twist that's insanely obvious. I really hate. It's stupid. I'm not gonna ruin it just because some people don't know anything about Godzilla and might want to go in blind. But if you know a little bit, you're gonna know what the hell this thing is. I think it was a lot of fun, and the human characters I think need a bit of work on. I don't think they were exceptionally terrible like Godzilla 2014, but they need a little bit of work on. I like Adam Wingard's style. I like it. I like the neon setting as well, and I like how he uses more neon. I like how he sets the fights in the goddamn daytime, or like with tons of lights around and everything. I like that. Hollow Earth I thought was pretty cool to see, and actually see a literal monsterverse for once. Because, like, where the hell are these things going to come from? And there's the Monster Zero little thing that didn't make a lot of sense, but yeah, it's a Godzilla movie. I can pass it. It's not as it's not like Roland Emmerich's boring Godzilla movie or the 2014 one or the friggin' damn stupid Son of Godzilla bullcrap. That movie sucks, Son of Godzilla, and Destroy All Monsters, everyone loves that movie, but it's really not that good. To be honest with you, it's really not too good. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the entire MonsterVerse as of this moment. The Legendary Pictures MonsterVerse. I do want to review the Toho movies at some point of all the Godzillas and all the King Kongs. I do want to review the Rodan movies, the Gamera movies, and all that. But yeah. Next up, I listened to 4 albums by Iron Butterfly today. I really like them. Heavy, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, Ball, and Metamorphosis. There is also Scorching Heart or whatever the hell it is, or I don't know what the hell the 5th one is. And then the 6th one is like Sun and Steel. Those are delisted off the internet. Apparently those are not very good, apparently. I do want to find them at some point, but those are delisted, so like they don't even want you to listen to it. They're delisted. It's like Danzig, he cuts 5 and 6 off the internet, leaves 7 on YouTube, cuts 8 off, puts the last tracks only on puts the last tracks on both, cuts Skeletons off YouTube, but leaves on Spotify. It's friggin' confusing. It's like one of those. And the Black Sabbath things where they cut albums out. The Tony Martin stuff is stupid. I don't get why they cut that out. I don't get why they cut out the digital recordings. Anyways, whatever. Then I listened to Perfect Circle, the entire band. I really liked them. Eat the Elephant was not as good, but I still enjoyed it. Really like Maynard James Keenan stuff. And last but not least, to talk about today, Resident Evil 5. I'm halfway through the games. I haven't finished it yet. That's why it's not a review of the thing. But Resident Evil 5, lots of fun. I'm addicted. I'm hooked. I am hooked on this game. I'm literally halfway through the game. It's a lot of fun. That's the thing. Like, if you play a Resident Evil game, you're gonna play that sucker all the way through, right until the end of the game. You're gonna play it all the way. If you don't play it all the way, I guess you just don't like games that much. And it's just a lot of fun. That's the kind of games that need to be made nowadays. Fun. not movie. I want like fun. The movie is kind of negates the point of a video game. You know, walking simulator movies. Hell was that one called that just came out? I can't remember the name. But anyways, yeah, those were some mini reviews for today. See you guys next time. Oh, and I'm getting a little bit better, but still not too well. So, I'll see you guys next time.